Hello there. We are heading up to Wilkes-Barre today. I don't know. Heading up Wilkes-Barre today, doing a heat pump air handler and running, I think I don't know, we got to run 6-2 wire for the heat kit, so gonna get into that today. So follow along, won't you? All right, the old unit is out. It's gonna go right here. I don't have to go digging or anything today. Got here at 8:05. Started at, I don't know, whatever time it is, about 10:15, 10:30, because stuff got overpromised. Story of my life, but we're here now. Got the disconnect off that cut, and here we go. I got the new unit up on its feet. Got the disconnect and the whip on, but check this out. Brand spanking new Zoom lock tool and fittings. I do not own this. This is company provided to each team in our company. So each install team gets a Zoom lock fitting, so we can Zoom lock. Got the fittings over there. So these Bryant units come unswedged. I got to put the screw-on fitting for the heat pump in. So obviously prep your copper, and we'll go through all that when it's time. But let's start Zoom locking. So with these Bryant systems, you have this service port that screws on. See this white O-ring? When you braze, that's got to come out of there. But now there's also a piston inside of here. Make sure you don't lose that. So this just goes on there like so, and I will hand tighten it for now, and then I'll tighten it down when I'm all pressed in. But that area is clean. That area is clean. Then I got both of these clean and prepped, and so we can Zoom lock on there. So my phone was being a jerk off and wouldn't flip around, so we're pressed in. Very nice and clean. With these ACR fittings, the toolkit does not come with a depth gauge, so you just kind of have to I mean, there are little jut outs in there, so I think that's where it ends, but you know, we made sure that everything was in enough. So next step is pressure to see just how we did here. I feel bad because I got to use our new toy today, but Dylan had to braze because we didn't get sent enough fittings. Story of our lives. We're all wired nice and neat. Tied up everything. I tied up these wires just so it's not all cluttered in here, but wired in. We're on vacuum down to 294, and yeah, I mean, almost done the job, and we started at 10:30. So we had to buy or get a thermostat that's completely wireless. That is the module for it, and this is upstairs that will power in. So I'll explain all this in my outro, but this is the indoor, and so we had to do it. This is all she wrote, boys and girls. Whoo, wee! Look at that, beautiful install. And it's before 3 o'clock, and we started at 10:45. Very nice. Just like that, it's magic. We're home. So we started at like 10:45, and I closed out the job at 2:46. Wasn't terrible. So basically what we had to do was they wanted us to run a power wire. The notes said like 20 feet, I think, or I'm confusing the job we were on the first time. What is that? That's a weird bald spot. Anyway, they want us to run a power wire like through finished walls and ceilings and shit like that, and that wasn't happening. And then it was brought up to maybe run it through conduit on the outside. It would have been like 100 and some feet of wire through conduit and what have you. But either way, landlord, homeowner slash whatever, agreed to keep everything the way it was. We did the outdoor unit, indoor unit, The upstairs was an apartment. Basically, they turned the whole home into a duplex, and the upstairs apartment they wanted to run separately, like have their own heating and cooling. The only way we were able to do that is we got a Honeywell completely wireless, thermostat, that, just communicates with a module down at the indoor, goes upstairs, and just, it's literally a thermostat that you just screw the plate into the wall, put batteries in, and set it and forget it, like Ronco. So that's basically, how we skinned that cat. But the homeowner was, happy about the job that got done. We were able to get it done, efficiently and quickly and the right way, in a, good amount of time. So it was, didn't turn out to be a bad day. We were an hour and a half away, and I started getting a little, antsy when shit starts going wrong when we're that far away from home. So, it was a good day. Turned out to be a good day. Got home at a reasonable time. Able to get to football practice tonight with my son. And we're on to the next one. Thank you guys for following along, and I will catch you on the next one. Oh, this is what I want to say. I had somebody ask, why don't I film myself working more? Well, I'm actually not doing the work. I have a stunt double. She does the work for me. Her name is Two Ton Tessie, and I just take all the credit. Obviously not true. Time. I am technologically retarded. Some people may not like that word, but it's what I am. I don't have time to set up cameras and a million different views. I literally do something and find it intriguing, so I just kind of click it, and there we go. So I have a GoPro, I have my phone. I try to incorporate both of them, but when it comes down to it, I just like getting to work. This video part is now 3.5 minutes long, so we're gonna say goodbye. Bye-bye.